Hi everyone, welcome to Design Files. Design Files was built to provide interior designers with their own professional and private e-design platform. Now with your own platform, it allows you to tap into a much wider client base by servicing clients online and not being limited to just servicing clients in your local area. With your own professional and private platform, you can now service clients that are across the country because the entire design consultation can all happen online. Using design files, you can source products, create digital designs, invite your clients in to discuss the looks, send out branded presentations, and manage all of your client projects from one single location. Now throughout this video tutorial, I'm going to show you some of the features on design files that will help you better manage your design business, stay organized, and also help you to expand your services and tap into that online market. So to begin with, when you create your Design Files account, the first page you're going to end up on is your projects page, which is this view right here. Now your projects page is basically your dashboard. So it's going to list all the client projects that you currently have on the go. And for each of those client projects, you'll see a basic status. So you'll be able to see when it was last updated, you'll be able to see how many designs were submitted to the client, and you'll also see if there's any unread feedback left by your client that you need to come in and review. Now each of your client projects is saved as its own separate digital folder. So this means that you can also add project-specific details into each of your client folders, and that'll help you really stay organized and have all of those necessary details available to you in one easy-to-find location. Now, while all of these projects here are the client projects that you currently have on the go, your Design Files account also comes with promotional links, which you can use to advertise your design services online and reach out to potential clients. So if you're interested in advertising your design services, you can go up to this menu up here, and there's an option in here to invite clients. So I'm just going to click on that. Now that I've clicked on that, you can see that we've got a few options available to you. So you can announce your services on Facebook, on Twitter, you can send out branded emails, or you can choose to either add this link or create a design widget. And for the link and the design widget, you can choose to add those to your website or your blog. And if any potential client clicks on these links, they're going to get jumped right into your Design Files account where they can fill out a design consultation form and request a job from you. So I'm just going to, I'll show you what that form looks like. Just jump over here. Okay, so if any of those potential clients clicked on those links, they get jumped right into your account, and this is the form that they're going to fill out. Now, this form is going to collect all the necessary details that you're going to need to better understand the job, and then from there you can decide whether or not to accept it. So your client can give the project a name, and then they can go ahead and click on any of these icons to select the room or rooms that they want your help redesigning. In this case, we're going to be working on a bedroom. Next up, your client can actually set their budget. So we've got set budget ranges here, or they can enter in a custom amount if they've got a certain number and they're not wanting to go over that. For now, I'm just going to leave it at this range here. And if your client is really particular about color and they have a set color scheme in mind and they want you to stick to it, then they can go ahead and add in a color scheme here. All they have to do is click on the box, a color option will come up, and they can just drag this around to pick the appropriate color to go in their color scheme. Now, the next step, your client can go ahead and select their style. So we've got a number of styles here that your client can choose from. And if your client's not really sure what their overall style is, it's not a problem. We've got little icons here that your client can roll over. It'll give them a basic understanding of what that style is all about. And then they can go ahead and select the style that is most appropriate to them. After they've chosen that, they can go ahead and start uploading images of their space right here. So this is going to be, this will be really helpful to share these images with you so you can get a better understanding of the overall layout of the space. And on top of being able to upload images of their actual space, your client can also go ahead and upload inspiration images. So if they found something online and they love the look and they just want you to get kind of as close as possible to that particular look, then they can go ahead and upload those images and you'd be able to use that as a jumping off point. Now, if your client is also kind of crazy about Pinterest, like so many people are out there, and they've already created a whole design board that is filled with inspiration, then they can go ahead and upload that link here. And again, you'd be able to use that as the sort of like a jumping off point, just to kind of keep checking in to make sure that you are on point with what they're actually asking for. Now, depending on what rooms were selected at the top of the form, we will go ahead and add in additional fields at the bottom of the form where your client can go ahead and fill in the dimensions of the space. So they can do that here, or if you prefer, you can actually ask your client to go ahead and upload a floor plan image of the space, just a basic sketch that also includes the dimensions on it. And that way you'll be able to see exactly the size for each of the walls. And last but not least, we have what's basically a quick questionnaire. And it's really there to help you better understand who your client is, how they're living in the space, and who's living in the space with them. So for instance, do your clients have kids or pets? How many people are in the household altogether? Is it supposed to be relaxed or formal? Do they entertain much? Do they rent or own? And your clients can also add any final details in this text field here. So if there's something pertinent that is, it just has to be added to the project, they want you to kind of design around it, then they can go ahead and add that in here. For instance, maybe they're not fans of leather or furs. Maybe they just like really bold, bright colors. Whatever the case may be, they can go ahead and add those details here and then submit the project to you. And when they submit the project, it's going to show on your dashboard on your end so that you can then pick up this job and review the details. So I'm just going to jump back over to a designer account so I can show you where those jobs, those incoming jobs, are going to show on your dashboard. Well, actually, we'll submit this project. Okay. So I'm going to jump back over to my projects page here, just refresh, and there they are. So any of those jobs that are coming in from your promotional links will show right here. And then you can go ahead and click on any of these jobs and review the details that your client has provided to you. And then you can go ahead and choose to either accept or decline the job. And let's face it, not every single job that comes through on these promotional links, they're not all going to be your dream job. So there very well might be a case where you just don't want to accept it, it's not to your liking, and if that's the case, that's fine. Because with Design Files, you're not obligated to take on any job you don't want to take on. This is your platform for your business, so you get to choose the jobs. If you want to decline it, you just click on this link here. We've got a preset message available to you that you can use, or you can add your own custom message and basically let that person know that you're too busy to take on that job right now. Or if you want the job, you can just go ahead and click accept this job. And when you do that, it's going to show, I'm just going to jump back on my projects page. It's going to show right here in the top position. So it's been added to the list of client projects that you currently have on the go. And from here, you can go right ahead and start into creating your first design. So I'm going to jump into the editor now, and I'll show you how that works. Now, with the Design Files editor, you can choose to use the editor to create 3D designs similar to this one here. Or you can also create more of a 2D concept board similar to this look here. It just depends on how you like to work and what you're wanting to present to your client. Now, when you're in the editor, there's a few things available to you, and I'm just going to go to an empty view so that we have a clear version of it. But the editor has a lot of key features built into it to help you create really beautiful professional design boards for your client. And a lot of those key features are found in this right side panel over here. Now, the main feature is our product library, and it has over 270,000 products in it, and you can go ahead and search for a specific item here. So we'll search for a gold side table, and it's going to pull up all the options that we have across all the vendors that we're currently working with. You can then browse through the collection and pull out the table that you want and start building out your design around that product. You can scale the item up and down, and I do have video tutorials that will show you how to build out concept boards that are either 2D concept boards or 3D concept boards from start to finish. I'm not going to cover all those details in this video tutorial just because we have so many other features I'd like to cover for design files, but definitely have a look at our video library. There's tons of videos there that will show you how to use all these features in detail. So as I was saying, we've got our product library. You can search for individual items here, or if you prefer, you can also search by vendor. So we have a list of vendors here that we're currently working with, and you can pick any of these collections, click on it, and it'll jump you specifically into that retailer's collection where you can then browse their products. Aside from that, you can also start building up your own personal library. So in Design Files, designers are allowed to continually add products to their accounts to build up their own personal library. So if the vendors that we're currently working with are not the vendors that you tend to pull products from, that's fine. You can choose to either upload items directly from your computer here, or you can use our browser clipper to save items from anywhere online directly to your Design Files account. And I'll just show you how that clipper works now. So let's say you wanted to grab this particular credenza from Lumens. There is a video that's on our How It Works on our How It Works page, and it's going to show you how to install the clipper into your bookmarks bar in your browser. But for now, I'll just show you exactly how it works once it's installed. So you can see that the clipper has expanded out from the right side of the screen. It's already grabbed the image of the product that I'm looking to clip. Next up, I can choose where I want to save this particular item. So I can choose to save it to my library, which means that I'd be able to access this product across all of my client projects, or I can choose to save it to an individual client project. In this case, I want to be able to use this product for multiple client projects, so I'm going to go ahead and save it to my library. Now, the clipper has already grabbed the product name, and it's also grabbed the vendor and the source link. So all I have to do now is grab the product price and the description. So to do that, I'm just going to click on this link here. It's going to turn blue to suggest that it's activated, and then I can go ahead and click on the price, and it's going to fill it in for me right here. And I'm going to do the same thing with the project or the product details. So I'll go ahead and click on that icon that's next to the field. It's going to turn blue, and then I just click on the details. And everything gets filled in automatically, so I don't have to spend the time typing this in manually. So if I go ahead and save that item, okay, then I can go back to my editor. This was the one we were working on. I'm just going to I'm just going to refresh my library here to show the latest, and there it is. And then I can drag it in, and I can start building my design around this product as well. Now, if you ever need to confirm the details of a particular item, all you have to do is click on it. You'll see that blue box surrounding it that suggests that it's selected. And then this little window will pop up in the bottom left corner. You can just click on the View Details button here, and it will provide you with a large image, the name of the product, the source link, the price, and the description. So you'll always be able to have that information at your fingertips. Okay. Next up, there is a text library, and a lot of designers like to use the text library to brand their design boards with their company name or contact information, or even just to leave notes for their client. So let me just jump over to one of those other boards that I had created. You can see here that I've kind of just listed the title of this particular project here, or in the other case, I've actually added the title of the project as well as included the company name. So those are some examples of how you could be using the text tools. All you have to do is drag it out onto your canvas. So you know what, I'll just stay on this board for now. So you can select a font that you like and then just drag it out onto the canvas. You can type in your note, save it, and then you can just scale it into place and put it wherever you like on your design board. You can also, once you've got that set in place, you can also go ahead and change the color of your text to better match the colors that you're currently using in your design board so that it has more of a graphic element to it. I'll just delete that for now. Next up, we also have the color library, and the color library has the Benjamin Moore collections, so you can browse by specific color here. You can add in the color name or the color code, and then you can start dragging colors out onto your canvas as you see here. So I've dragged a few of the swatches out just by clicking and holding one like that and dragging it out, and then you can scale it into place. So you can go ahead and create complementary color schemes to your design board here. And if you ever need to check in and see what that color is, again, just click on it. Panel will pop up in the bottom left corner and you can see the color name here and the color code. And last but not least, if you need it, we also have a background library. So if you didn't get an image, like a photograph of your client's space that you wanted to use as a backdrop, you can always use our background library. You can just drag out one of these empty room images and use it as a backdrop to your design. Now, if you did get an empty room image from your client, maybe they provided you with a photograph of their actual space, and you'd rather use that as your backdrop, you can absolutely upload images of your client's space. You just go back to your library here, and then you would upload those images of your client's space here. Now, if you are uploading pictures of rooms, then I would actually recommend that you add those to your project items instead. Your project items is a great place to save images that you're only going to be using for that particular client project. So this is where I would upload the client space, and I would save my library, my general library, for products that I want to use across multiple client projects. And it'll just help you keep both of those libraries clean and easier to use. So, as I mentioned before, there are a number of tools that you can use in the Design Files editor to help you kind of adjust product images and build out your 3D room designs or your 2D concept boards. I'm not going to touch on those for this particular tutorial just because we're short on time, but definitely have a look at our video library and watch some of the video tutorials that we've already created that will show you how to create these design boards from start to finish. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and jump back to the projects page, because I'd really love to show you how you can communicate with your client using design files, and also how to basically prep these projects for send-off. So once you've created your design on design files, you can go ahead and save it, and when you save it, it gets saved as a separate page in your client folder. So this is page 1. Now you can see the overall design that you've created, and if I scroll down, you'll see the product list. And this list includes every single item that you added to that design board. Now you don't have to do anything to generate this. It's generated automatically for you when you create and save your design boards. So there's a few options that you should be made aware of in your product list. One of the key things that Design Files provides designers is the ability to manage exactly what their clients are going to see. So you get to choose what product information you're going to make visible to your client. So if you are the type of designer who would prefer to use your trade discounts to offer up your clients custom prices on particular items, in which case you would be in charge of ordering the product, you can choose to hide all of the shop links on this product list so your client won't be able to shop the look. To do that, I'm going to go into this option here, which says Manage What Your Client Sees. And from here, I can choose specifically what product information I'm going to allow my client to see and what I'm going to hide from them. So I'm going to go ahead and hide all the shop links, and that's going to hide every single shop link on my entire product list. And if I want, I can also go ahead and hide all the product names so that my client can't Google the product and shop it themselves. So when they come in, all they're going to see is the product image, they'll see the price, and that's it. Now, when you make selections using this option right here, it affects every single item on the product list, as I've mentioned. So let's say there's a case where you want to be in charge of ordering 90% of the product, and you want to allow your client to shop 10% of the product because you're not really getting a better price on it anyway. If that's the case, then what you can do is you can go down to these individual menus here. And from here, I can actually choose to add that product information back in to allow my client to shop this particular item without giving them access to shop any of the other items. So you can really have complete control over specifically what information is going to show on each and every individual item. You can also choose to edit the price of an item. So again, if you are offering custom prices to your clients, you can go ahead and edit the product price and details here. So I can change this product price to $800, save it, and when my client comes in to review this design, they're going to see the price that I'm offering to them, not the retail price. Now once you have all these selections in place, you can go ahead and submit your design to the client. You'll notice that this button says resubmit to client. That's just because I've already submitted this design, but for the initial round, it will say submit to client. You click on that. You can add your client's email address here if you haven't already added it. You can see that mine's already added, so I'm showing as a client here. Or if you want to add additional clients, you can do that too. Maybe the husband or whoever else wants to join the party. You can also add a custom message here to your clients, and then you can either submit just this design, or if you've created multiple designs within this project, you can choose to submit all the designs in the project. Now when you do that, when you submit the designs, an email notification is automatically sent from your DesignFiles account to your client's email address, where they'll get an email that has a link in it and a message that basically says the designs are ready for you to review. You can come on in and review the designs. So your client will be able to log in, and they're going to see a message on the design board that says click anywhere to leave notes for your client, and they can do just that. So if they clicked on this light fixture, they could leave a note for you that, maybe says something along the lines of, hey, I'd like to see another version for this particular light fixture. And when they post that comment, an email notification is automatically sent to your account so that you know to come back in and review the feedback left by your client. So you can come on in, click on those icons, review the feedback, make the changes to the design board by editing it. And when you're all ready to send it back out again, you can follow up with your client and say, okay, let me know what you think of this new light fixture. All conversations are saved directly to the client project, so you don't have to go looking through 15 and 20 different emails to find a specific conversation you had with your client. Everything is saved right here, and you can always edit and delete any of the comments you make. You can also mark entire conversations as resolved. So if you and your client have had a full conversation about this light fixture and you found one that they're happy with and they've given you the go-ahead to order it, you can just click on this checkbox here and it will mark the conversation as resolved. The icon is going to turn gray with a check mark, and that's just to indicate to both you and your client that you don't have to deal with this conversation anymore. You're just going to focus on these pink ones. Now, if you have created multiple designs for your client, they can flick through each of the designs by using this arrow here or by using this arrow here. So if I click through, I can see that the first design was kind of more of a 3D room design that I'd created. The next design is more of a 2D concept board that highlights some of the products that I have selected for my client. And the next board is an image of a floor plan. So I actually just grabbed, I used one of those free software programs to create a floor plan image for my client, and then I just saved that as a JPEG and uploaded it into my DesignFiles account, which lets me provide my client with a very detailed and complete design presentation. And they can flick through each of these boards and leave notes on any one of them. Now there's a few more options available to you on DesignFiles. If I go into this menu up here, there's a few key things that you should be aware of. So you can choose to actually attach additional files to your DesignFiles project for each of your client projects. And what you can do here is you can upload contracts or invoices and share that with your client. So if you want to, you can keep all of your documents saved to each of your client projects on DesignFiles, and these will automatically be shared with your client, so they'll have access to them, they'll be able to download these, review them, and follow up with you. Now you can also download full client presentations. So if you want, you can actually download complete PDF presentations. They'll include every single design that you have added to your client project. So in this case, 1 of 5 designs. And it will also include the product lists that are associated with each of those designs. You can also just download the single presentation. So it would just include this design and the product list that's associated with it. And you can download just a board image. Now, if you are downloading the presentations, we'll actually brand that to your business as well. So I'm just going to jump over to, here we go. I'll just show you what that branded presentation, here we go. So this is what the branded presentations are going to look like. If you have gone into your account settings on your DesignFiles account and you uploaded your logo and your business contact information, we will automatically generate PDF presentations for each of the client projects that you have created on DesignFiles. The presentation will come with a branded header. The first page will be an image of the design that you've created, and every page after that is basically your tear sheets, which include large images of the products plus the full product details. Now, it's not just your presentations that will be branded. The entire platform will be branded to your business if you've uploaded your logo and your contact information. So that means every single page in your DesignFiles account will be branded to your business. We remove any branding that is DesignFiles related and completely replace it with yours. So every single page, every PDF presentation, every email going out, even the registration page for your client, it's all branded to your business. So there's no confusion there for your client. Let's see here. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I haven't quite covered for you guys. There is the option to duplicate a design. So if you did create this design and you wanted to show a secondary version of it, but you wanted to switch out just the armchairs and the rug, then you can absolutely duplicate the design instead of having to rebuild the entire thing from scratch. It'll be a huge time saver for you, so definitely take advantage of that. And outside of that, I think we're kind of wrapping it up here. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this video tutorial. And I really hope that you give DesignFiles a go if you are interested in offering e-design services. This is definitely a platform that can help you get your e-design business up and running in 5 minutes and ready to accept clients. We do have 3 plans available to you. So if you are interested, let me just jump down here. We've got our plans and pricing page available here. There is the option for the free account. It's really there to help designers just test out DesignFiles, get their feet wet, and see if it's the right fit for their business. And if you are interested in using it to service your clients, you'd probably be looking into jumping into either the starter or the professional plan. For anyone who's interested, the professional plan currently has a promotion on right now. You get 63% off your first 6 months using a special promo code, which you will find if you log into your free DesignFiles account. So I think that pretty much touches on everything. I really hope you enjoyed watching the video tutorial, and if you do have any questions, feel free to contact us at any time. We're always available. We love hearing from our designers, and any feedback you have is greatly appreciated because it only makes the platform better for all involved. Thanks for watching.